Your partner is giving you the silent treatment. This isn't that nice, comfy silence. No, this is a cold, heavy silence that feels awful. It's like talking to a brick wall, and every second they don't talk, you get further and further apart. If you ever felt this, you know this is way more dangerous than a big fight. This silence isn't just quiet, it's a weapon. And if you don't fix it, it could literally be the end of your relationship. The silence is the battle. Introduction. I see this all the time. Couples literally come to me wondering how they ended up so far apart when they never even had a big fight. And the answer is hiding in the silence. It's a quiet killer destroying your trust from the inside. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly why this silence is so toxic and then give you a step-by-step challenge to tear down that wall and start talking to the person you love again. Section 1. Defining the destructive silence. First things first, not all silence is bad. There's good silence where you're so connected you don't even need words. That's awesome. But the silence we are talking about today is the worst. It's a cold, lonely void. This isn't just taking a 5-minute break. This is a pattern of just completely checking out. Psychologists call this stone walling. A super famous researcher, Dr. John Gottman, called it one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. 4 things so bad they can predict a breakup with insane accuracy. Stonewalling is when someone just completely withdraws. They shut down, they won't look at you. They literally build a giant wall between you. And a healthy timeout is not the same thing. That's when someone says, I need 20 minutes, I'm overwhelmed. That's smart. Stonewalling is unannounced and it goes on forever. It leaves you feeling rejected and alone, and you can't fix a problem with someone who won't even be in the room. Section 2. The why behind the wall. So, why do people do this? It's almost never because they don't care. It's way more complex. We're going to break down the 4 main reasons. First, and this is the biggest one, is something called emotional flooding. They get so overwhelmed by the argument that their body literally goes into fight or flight mode. Their heart rate goes crazy, stress hormones are everywhere, and their brain just shuts off. For them, being silent isn't a strategy, it's survival. They feel like they're drowning and they literally cannot talk. Second, they learned it as a kid. If they grew up watching their parents give each other the silent treatment for days, they think that's just how you do it. They never saw a healthy argument, so they just do what they know. Shut down. Third, they are terrified of conflict. They're so scared of saying the wrong thing or starting a huge fight that they just say nothing. In their head, silence is safer than a fight, but it actually causes way more damage. And finally, yes, sometimes it is a weapon. It's a passive-aggressive way to punish you and control you by going silent. They try to make you so desperate that you'll just give in to make it stop. This is 100% manipulation. It's a form of emotional abuse, and it's the most damaging reason of all. Section 3, the painful impact, why silence is more dangerous than an argument. If someone's done this to you, you know how much it hurts. And you're not overreacting. This is insane. Scientists did brain scans and found that being ignored lights up the exact same parts of your brain as physical pain. Let me say that again. Your brain thinks the silent treatment is the same as getting physically hurt. This is why it feels so insane. It makes you feel invisible and worthless. You start walking on eggshells, trying not to mess up again. Over time, this completely destroys trust. How can you trust someone who will emotionally abandon you? A huge, loud argument is still 1,000 times better than this. An argument says, I'm still here, fighting for us. Silence says, you are not even worth my time. It communicates complete disrespect, and that's what makes it so much deadlier than yelling. It kills the connection, it kills the intimacy, and it kills the relationship. Section 4, the solution. How to break down the wall. So, what's the ultimate challenge? How do you break down this wall? You can't force them to talk. The goal is to make it safe for them to talk. Here are 4 steps to win this challenge. Step 1, regulate yourself first. When they shut down, you want to chase them, yell, demand an answer. Don't do it. That's the worst thing you can do. It just makes it worse. Your number 1 mission is to calm down, take deep breaths, go to another room, get yourself grounded. You can't win this if you're freaking out too. Step 2, choose the right time and use a soft startup. Once you're calm, wait for a good time and be gentle. A guy named Dr. Gottman calls this a soft startup. Instead of blaming, you say how you feel and what you need. Try this. Hey, I feel really disconnected when we get quiet, and I miss you. Can we find time to talk about this later? See, it's not threatening. It's about you missing them, not them being bad. Step 3, use I statements to explain the impact. When you talk, explain how their silence hurts you. Use I statements. Don't say you always ignore me. That's just going to start another fight. Instead say, I feel really hurt and lonely when I feel shut out. You're just telling them your side. They can't argue with how you feel. It gives them a window into the pain it's causing. Step 4, set boundaries around the behavior. This is huge, especially if they're doing it to control you. You have to be firm and say this isn't okay. Say something like, I get that you need space, but disappearing for days doesn't work for us. I need you to tell me when you need a break so I know you're coming back. I cannot accept being punished with silence in our relationship. This isn't a threat. It's a boundary. It says you love them, but you also love yourself. Beating this pattern is one of the hardest challenges ever, and it takes 2 people. And because I know thousands of you are dealing with this, I want you to help each other. Go down to the comments right now and share your stories. What worked for you? What's the hardest part? Reading these comments will make us all feel less alone. So go crazy. Conclusion. In the end, you can't tear down this wall alone. It takes 2 people. You can build the safest bridge in the world, but your partner has to be willing to walk across it. If they're just getting overwhelmed, these steps can be an absolute game changer. But if your partner is using silence over and over to punish you and control you, and they refuse to change, you have to choose yourself. You can't force someone to respect you. Your number 1 job is to protect you. You deserve a relationship where you feel seen, heard, and valued, where you're on the same team even when you fight. You should never have to beg someone just to talk to you. Remember, your value is not decided by their silence. For more such insights and psychological facts, subscribe to my channel, Joyful Inner by Ken. See you in the next video.